Puppeteer, an NPM project used for browser automation. It does this using the Chromium browser, which you control using JavaScript. Today we'll be using Puppeteer to get the lowest price for a product on Amazon. To start off, first we need to create a project and use npm init-y to create the node project in the command line. After this, we'll install the Puppeteer package. Next, we'll open our project in VS Code and create the index.js file. First, we're going to require the Puppeteer package. Then, in an async anonymous function, we're going to set the browser variable as the puppeteer.launch function and pass an object that sets the browser as not headless as the parameter. This will make the browser visible when you run the program. After that, we set the page variable as the new page function found in the browser variable. Next, we tell the browser what URL to go to using page.goto and passing the page URL as a string. Finally, we'll close the browser and run the program to make sure it works. Now, we want our program to go to Amazon, search for a product the user provides, and find the lowest price for it. To start, let's try doing it ourselves the first time. Let's go to Amazon.com and search for shoes in the search bar. So we've got a page full of shoes. First, let's check the URL bar. The URL now has a parameter called k that is named shoes. This means that instead of going to the Amazon page and telling the program to search for shoes in the text bar itself, we can just go straight to the page full of shoes. Next, we want to filter the results. Let's click the drop-down and click Price, Low to High. Now all that's left is to click the first value and return the link to its product page. Now let's return to our code. Let's first add the search parameter to the end of the Amazon URL, and we'll leave the shoes in the search parameter for the time being until we finish the program and accept input from the user. Now we need to work on clicking the drop-down and choosing prices low to high. We'll be using the waitForSelector function to wait for an element to be visible before clicking it. We'll first use the function and pass the HTML selector of the dropdown. Now we need to click it. To do this, we'll use the page.click function and pass that dropdown selector as a parameter. Next, we need to do the same thing for the item in the dropdown that we want to click, which is prices low to high. We will wait for the item to be visible, then click it. So now let's try running the program to see if it works. It does. Now we just need to get the URL from the first item in the list, which is the cheapest. After looking through the HTML of the page, I saw that they wrap each item in a link or a tag that links to the item's product page. All we have to do is get the href value of that tag. To do that, we have to first wait for the selector of the first element to exist. Then we can set a variable named href as the result of a page.evaluate function. That'll let us inject client-side JavaScript into the page. Inside the function, we'll set a variable to the link element we waited for and get its href attribute. After that, we just have to log the link in the console with the Amazon URL, prepend it to it. Now we can try running the program to see if it works. As you can see, the program goes to the Amazon page to search for shoes, sorts it by the lowest price, and returns a link. I don't want to make the video any longer, so I'll include the code to accept user input and search using the user input in the description. Let me know if you enjoyed the video and comment what other videos you'd like to see me do in the future.